and she gonna love the grandbaby, but it's gonna be hard to take care of a baby and go to school, and she knows you too smart to be flipping burgers for Burger King when you got the quality to be a doctor and a lawyer. But know this, when you come back, the father's going to kill a cow. Because there's a whole lot of other folks said, you ain't never coming back. And they are all invited to the dinner too. Well, the party's going on. People kick back. They got little Jill Scott playing in the background. Living your life like it's golden. Jill's anointed. I don't care what you say. If Hezekiah Walker won't pull you through, put a little Jill Scott in. She'll take you where you need to be. And she's listening. The party, he's celebrating. His son is home, and the elder brother comes, and the elder brother says, hey, what's going on? They said, you didn't hear? Your younger brother, whom everybody thought was dead, has returned home. And the elder brother finds the father and says, all of this for him? I've been here and been faithful my whole life. And all of this for him? You ain't never given me a two-piece dinner with a chicken, with a biscuit on the side. And all of a sudden, Uncle Junebug's barbecue done broke out in the backyard. Would you like spicy or mild? Ain't that the devil? All of a sudden. The elder brother is wounded because he feels that the younger brother's got something more than him. And the father says these words to him. And this is the profound thing about the text when you read the story at your own convenience. And he said to him, son, you are always with me, and all that I have is yours. It was right that we should make merry and be glad, for your brother was dead and is alive again, was lost and is found. Now here's the problem with the story. It's over. Jesus goes on to another parable. Do you understand that if you went to a movie and it ended like that, you'd ask for your money back? This is not a Hollywood ending. This is not how you climax a sermon. This is not how you this is not how you end a book. This is not proper critical thinking. There has to be an outcome. But this story has no ending. But it has no ending because the elder brother, how he responds, we don't see. The father tells him this, and really we're waiting to see, okay, what does the elder brother do? What does the brother do? We don't see it. Why? Why don't we see what the elder brother does? Why are we not allowed to see? Why does it end like this? It was my problem when I was going to college and I listened. If you were an intellectual in college, you chose your music wisely because your music reflected for you something that gave you some sense of superiority, because that's what go to college, university for. So I went to university when I was going to college. I went to, and all the other white kids were listening to opera and Ariastes and Wagner and Vivaldi and, Beethoven and stuff. And I wasn't hanging with them, so. I had some friends, and they were listening to jazz, and they were listening to John Coltrane and Grover Washington Jr. Y'all don't know nothing about that. Coltrane, Miles Davis, Dizzy Gillespie. Music. But I didn't like jazz. The reason that I didn't like jazz is because when I listened to jazz, there was no resolve. There was no ending to jazz. It could keep going forever. Jazz musicians did not end songs because they ran out of ideas. They ended songs because they were tired. That's why sometimes a single jazz song, Beyonce sing a song maybe 8 minutes and 37 seconds. A jazz song, 16 minutes, 22 seconds, 23 minutes, one song. What was John Coltrane smoking that night? It had no ending. So jazz, I was never comfortable with it until I began to study theology. And my problem with theology was, how can I master a subject about something that has no ending? The more I find out about him, the less I know. The closer I get, the farther I feel. How do you definitively come up with answers about a being who, at my greatest expectation, only begins to be understood when I have found the end of my reasoning? How can I come up with the greatest definition the human mind is capable and God say it's mediocre? How can I define what is beyond definition? It is like a jazz piece. I stopped talking about them, not because I ran out of things to say, just because I got tired. The story leaves no resolution. There is no resolve. What does the elder brother do? What do you do with this story? Where do you go? You see, what happens in our life is this. When we are left with these type of stories, when we're left with human suffering, his brother went through all of this and comes home, we're left with the wrong questions. We ask the question, why? Why did this happen to me? Why is this happening to me and not happening to you? Why am I going through this? What did I do wrong? What was wrong with them? How come they blessed and I know they ain't living nothing and I'm broke and I'm struggling all night? I know she ain't paying her tithes. She lived down the street. Here you are struggling to live right. You talking about, God, I'm living right, coming to church. They told me in the beauty of holiness, I'm trying to, always do God. I'm trying to be beautiful and pretty and saved and sanctified. I'm keeping my dress down and, I ain't trying. And this hoochie over on the other side, every time I turn around, she on her fourth marriage. And I can't get a boyfriend, a husband, a date, an escort. I can't get a deacon to show me my chair. Why? Why? Why am I lonely? Why am I feeling this pain? Why? The problem with the question is that it is why. Philosophers have always tried to answer why, but there's no real Socratian or Aristotelian understanding to the question of why. Where the answer lies is this. It is not why I'm going through this, but it's what now. See, I can't change what I've been through. I've been through what I've been through. You got to understand, you can't change. You can't turn back time. You can't go back. You can't do that. But what you can do is you can say, what do I do with what has been dealt to me in life? What do I do? Not why, because you will never get the answer to why. That's why David said, my God, why hast thou forsaken me? Why art thou so far from helping me? I cried in the daytime, you were not there. In the night season, you did not answer. And then he changes, says, let me stop asking why. Then he changes it, but thou art holy, O thou that inhabitest the praises of Israel. I may not know why, but I know what I can do with my pain. I don't know why they lied on me. I don't know why he left me. I don't know why she walked out of my life. I don't know why my children are acting hard-headed. But I know that the what is in my hand. What do I do with what I have been through? See what happens when you go through things in your life. See, the prodigal son lost everything. And losing everything, he had nothing. And nothing made him realize the worth of everything. See, what happens is that your life is defined by your experiences. If you apply to college today, at the end of the